Game time. Got my link shared early, y'all. We're not gonna wait today. Gonna get right into it. How's my mic sounding, y'all? Check, check, 1, 2. Make sure this thing's coming in clear. Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. Mighty J Young, sounded good. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. All right, let's get it. I'm trying to cook today, man. I missed last week. Can't miss this week. Get one more window up, and then we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I got the MPC software rolling. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, we're going to get right into it. Let me bring this screen up. What up, y'all? Thanks for tapping in today. Appreciate y'all that are in here early. I don't want to keep anybody waiting, man. It's been a long week for me. I've been dying to cook up for a little while. Check out this pack that my man Trackmakaz made. He sent it over to me, I think last Friday. But I actually wasn't able to cook up last week. My mother-in-law actually went on vacation to Greece. So I had my kids all last week 24/7. And by the time Friday came, y'all, I was done. I said, yo, ain't gonna happen. So yeah, much more productive week for me. Hope y'all week is going well. Shout out to everybody in the chat so far. Once again, the homie Mighty J Young, appreciate you, bro. Andrea Hatcher, can you cook up some, I don't know what OLS is, bro, or sis. I don't know if you're a man or woman, my bad, y'all. Andrea is a woman's name in the US. Oh, Boom Bap today, yeah. I mean, I'm Mr. Boom Bap, man, but I like to kind of mix it up, and this preset pack is pretty cool. The homie Mr. was good. Thank you, man. It's good. It's good to be back. DL609 was good. Homie from the 609. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you in Burlington or Willingboro? I forgot, bro. Andre. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so the A is silent. My bad, Andre. Yeah, man. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it and show the screen because it's actually an expansion that the homie Trackmakaz put together, and I forgot to put the link in the description. I'm gonna do that by the time the video is over, but I would definitely like to have that in there so y'all can check it out, man, because I think it's gonna be dope, man. This man, if you don't know who Trackmakaz is, he's in MPC Gang a lot. He posts, he's got his own group too called Producer Vets, and he's one of the mods over in MPC Gang. Really dope producer, like one of the most consistent guys in the group, and just one of the most consistent guys I see online, period. I mean, he doesn't really make whack beats. Most of the stuff he makes is just phenomenal. So really good drum selection, really good sound selection. You can tell he's a vet, man. So shout out to the homie Ross. I told you I cook up with this joint today. Let me go ahead and pull up the screen. There it goes. All right, so yeah, let's go over to the browser and check it out. And it loads up right under my standalone souls, which is dope. So yeah, he's got a lot of folders in here. There's 2023 drum program kit. So I guess he's got a drum program in here that he put together, and then bonus folder. So it's all in alphabetical order. I'll go through it. Bonus folder looks like it has a bunch of sounds. 5, 6, 7. Looks like about 6 sounds in that folder. Drum loops. Quite a few here. So like a mix between let me bring this up some. Mix between trap drum loops, Memphis, kind of like your classic hip hop drums. His drums be smacking. That's dope. That's my speed right there. 84 BPM. I'll go ahead and load that up just for GP. All right, and then he's got it looks like fabric piano. Let me see how they pull up. Okay. So he's got a fabric piano set there. And then fabric XL. Okay. So it looks like he's got different presets for the different MPC instruments. So fabric piano, fabric XL, hype synth. He's got some in here. And Odyssey, he's got one in there. So yeah, it looks like his go-to. Oh, okay, some OPX4 joints, tube synth, pluck bass. Might as well load that up because I know I'm going to need a bass. And let's see. Get another hip hop drums program kit. All right, so what I'll do first is, let me see. I'll go to Fabric XL is kind of my favorite, so I'll load one of those up. Trap choir. Let's see what that sounds like. That's dope. Let me get a pad perform on that joint. See if we can get some cool chords. Don't take much. Don't take much at all. That's crazy. Okay, a little inspirational vibe. Let me see what that's hitting for. I think my default tempo is like 84, 85, but I'm gonna try to swing it to like 87. Turn the timing correct off. That's the bass. And let me load up that trap piano we had on there. Let me see. Actually, this section. Let me see what that's hitting for. Okay, the horns. And on Fabric, I like to turn down this aftertouch. I think I'll go down an octave on the next ones. Pull up this bass real quick. Sounded real dramatic. All right, let's see if we can throw some drums in there. I think I loaded that one up already, right? Let me see. I might be ready to go as is. We at 87. The second pattern is crazy. All right, let me, it looks like it's like a 16 bar drum loop. And let me see. Let me just throw a quick little mix on this thing too. Yeah, that's crazy. That's pretty much plug and play drum loop right there. Normally I don't do this, but listen, man, the man knows how to program. All right, let me see what we can accent it with. Thinking like some kind of chimey type vibes. I found a really dope chime, and I'm trying to remember. It was in a plugin I don't normally use. It might have been in the electric piano. Let me see. Nah, there was. I'm trying to remember where I found this this percussion the other day. It was like a percussive type of, like a tune percussion type sound, but I can't remember what plugin it was. It might have been the Stage EP. No, maybe not. Damn, I don't know why I can't remember where I found it. I meant to write it down too, because I was like, yo, this is the. It was one of the MPC plugins, and it was one of those sounds that I like to use on a lot of loops, like a realistic sounding, not a xylophone, but one of those kind of tune percussion instruments. And I was like, yo, this is perfect. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Let me check it. It could have been Fabric, but I don't think it was. Because I remember it was under plucks and then there's a lot. Sheesh. Kind of dope. Yeah, I'm feeling that. What y'all think? Let me check the chat. We got some fire emojis. Appreciate that, bro. Bring that heat sight. Hey, I'm trying, man. Mario Cabrera with the fire emojis. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to find. Let me see if he's got any 808s in here. I know we got the drum loops, but I'm gonna try to use everything I can before I pull stuff out of another situation. But I do got these 808s I really like. I got from this this new trap kit I downloaded. And where did I put that junk? It was a 2023 kit I just downloaded. I swear these folders be moving on me. All right, I'm not gonna spend all day looking for an 808, but let me check one more. Oh, there you go. All right. Still not in there. That's weird. All right, it's all good. I'll just find another one in here. Nah, those are ugly. I can't stand an ugly 808. I don't like my 808s to sound like they passing gas. You feel me? Too much going on these joints. Yeah, that's only just a simple. What is that, an F? Cool, I'm gonna run with that. Make a little key group. And we're just gonna roll a little bit off of that. A little bit off the beginning. That attack is a little rough. Hold up. One shot. And LFO. No. MPC. All right. So I want the sub. I missed one note. Let me see if I can find it. That one right there. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Let me go ahead and save before I have any unfortunate incidents. How you guys latest build been working for you? I'm on 2.11.8. I think I've had more crashes with this one than 2.11.6, I think it was. But it's been pretty decent, but I have had a crash on the stream one time. So it's I don't think it's as stable as 2.11.6, or it might have been 2.11.4, but I'm starting to lose track at this point. All right, let me see. Call this 331.23 Teflon stream. Works for me. So yeah, this Teflon pack is pretty dope, man. I mean, anytime you can get inspired that quick, it's a good look. And it's, you know, it's presets, and then, you know, he's got his drums in there too. So I definitely want to, I'm going to say that for later so I can really go in and break it down, because I want to put like some filters and stuff on it. But I don't want to bore y'all to death. But I think I'm going to cook up with the drum kit and load that up real quick. So let me start a new project. I'll check in with y'all in the meantime too. Yeah, the homie Trackmakaz in the building. Yeah, man, we in here cooking, bro. You got to send me that link if you can, because I definitely want to put it in the description. And let me just check with the chat. Chat talking about, oh, y'all deep in here, man. Appreciate y'all. AP Production said trying to find the right one for you. For me, you talking about MPCs? Think one, I might have to scoop up this pack. Yeah, man, it's pretty dope so far, especially if you got the MPC Instruments. You know, it's got some pretty cool presets for it. What's the best MPC? Yeah, the best MPC is an interesting question, man, because it's like the best one is the one that you learn for real. But second best one is the one that you can afford, and the third best one is the one that you think you're going to use the most. And if you're a studio rat and you're in the studio constantly and you have a whole bunch of outside gear, definitely the X, or, you know, the upcoming XL, you know, whatever's dropping. And because they, you know, those are the ones that have all the extra connections for other gear. So if you have a bunch of other gear, you know what I mean, and you can afford it, that's definitely a good look. The Live 2 is my favorite for cooking up outside of the lab. So like, I made some beats in the garage today. I'm always in the garage, actually. The garage is like where I get fresh air. So I go, that's like my little fake man cave. But I like the Live 2 because I can, you know, take it in the garage. I'm about to do a road trip. I'm gonna bring it with me. And it's just super inspirational, but it's equally comfortable in the studio. So you really can't lose either way. And the One is just, you know, if you're looking to kind of get into the ecosystem, the One has all the power of the other ones. It just doesn't have as many connections to connect to other gear. So, but if you have an interface, a class compliant interface, you can just connect that to the USB, and then now you have all your ins and outs. You know what I'm saying, from that interface that you have. So if you have like an 8-channel interface, you can just plug that into the One, and then, you know, now you're up there with the Live and the X as far as connections and stuff. So they're all really versatile. You know what I mean? It's just it really just depends on the form factor, what you like. I personally don't think, some people say the bigger ones are faster. I haven't experienced that. Like the X, I was kind of fast on the X, but it was definitely more hand movement than on the rectangle ones. The rectangle ones, you can just, the shortcuts, I got to know the shortcuts. It's less buttons, so people say there's more menu diving, but if you learn how to use the pad shortcuts, you know, that's 16 buttons that most people don't use. So I find it faster to use the rectangle ones personally, but I mean, I haven't really used the One, so I couldn't tell you. But how fast do you need to get? You know what I'm saying? You see, I don't have a problem navigating around these joints. I don't think any of them are slow. So you really can't lose. All right, so let's go ahead and roll up some let me see. I'll just pull up some individual drum sounds. I like those Memphis kicks. There's the 808. I should have looked in that folder. I like that one too. I'm gonna save that for later. All right, so I'm gonna try to come up with like a dramatic loop, and then use some of these trap sounds, because I like a good trap kit if it's hitting, and that's one thing I like about Trackmakaz drum selection is whether he's using trap drums or kind of, you know, classic boom bap style drums, or, you know, more live sounding drums. They always smack, you know what I'm saying? So he doesn't pick whack drum sounds. And keep that bell too. What, man? This is cheating, bro. Oh man. Let me find the original tempo. Bring that down. All right, so we're looking at about, what's that, 67? All right, so 67, and then we'll go ahead and punch that in here. Actually, we'll punch it in at 134 because we'll go ahead and double time it. The MPC might have had it right, but I'm not sure. All right, so 134. And we'll bring this over. Might have been off just a little bit, but it's cool. We can just. Dumping. See the squares on that? All right, I'm gonna just not track mute, pad mixer, bring that down just a smidge, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw a limiter on this, because I know I always put a limiter on the fourth effect of the drum track, because I know we're gonna peak. Like the way I like to have my drums hit, I know we're gonna peak it. So. I think we'll speed it up just a little bit, a little more bounce to it. And we go ahead and bring this over here. Track 2. Let me double the bars real quick. of want like a ghost hit kind of snare. So let me go through them real quick and see if I can find another. Yeah, kind of like that one. That was an accent. All right, and let's bring that 808 in. And I'm probably going to filter out that loop, but I think I just want to get something down real quick. C already. Let's go ahead and put that on C. want to do something else to this. Let me duplicate the sequence and then we'll kind of mess around with this sample so I can play over it. All right, so I'm going to duplicate the program, and then this one. Mess around with a different filter on this one. Kind of want to keep that high pass, that low pass, and then we'll do another one. Maybe we'll do that filter gate. What am I missing here? It's weird because it's playing. Oh, okay. There it goes. I was trying to figure out why I was playing the sample after I filtered it. All right, it looks like I hit it on track 1, that's why. All right, cool. And real quick, those drums are a little dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw an effect. Let me bring this view up so you can see it. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw a little send here, and we'll use LX480 Essentials. You know what? This one crashed on me before. Now I'm scared. All right, we're gonna take a risk. If it crashes, we know it's this plugin. All right, plate reverb. Let's just go with a room reverb. Bring the reverb time up to 3.5. Wet mix, and we're just gonna go ahead and solo out the drums real quick. Good old Lexicon reverb. Now the hi-hats, these type of hi-hats really mess with me. So I think I'm gonna switch that out real quick. I know it's like more of a trap hi-hat, like a traditional one. But something like that is probably more my speed. It's a little staticky though. And go to program edit, and we'll cut the tail off this just a little bit. Better. I don't know. Let's try something different. You know what? I have a hi-hat in mind I want to use. Definitely hear an open hat on this one. I think this one's panned. Yeah, it's panned a little bit to the side. Let's make that mono. this will go and bring it back to the other screen. Just a couple notes real quick. Totally different vibe between the two, but I kind of like this darker version more. Kind of like that, but I'm gonna change the instrument. I'm just deleting the main chords, and I think I'll change that to, let me see. So this is where controller mode really shines, because you can do MIDI editing so much faster with the mouse. So like if you like what you did and you just want to clear something out real quick. Bro, y'all ever have an issue where like you try to get out of a folder and it keeps going back to the same folder? All right, there it goes. That's kind of cool. Kind of like the loading up right there. Man, that's a lot. A lot going on right there. All right. And I think we'll put that. Come on with the browser glitch. Y'all see this? Oh man, that's the worst when it's right in the middle of your MIDI editing. All right, we're gonna nudge this over. Bring the volume on this up just a little bit. Yeah, man, this is super annoying. They gotta fix this glitch, man. This is ridiculous. Like the fact that I can't get I can't get the browser audition out of the window is so annoying, man. And this is a 2.11.8 thing too, because it wasn't doing that a couple versions back. Jeez, that's annoying. All right, let me save this real quick because I don't want to lose it, especially if these joints start acting up. back a little further, but I can't see it. So like I'm trying to fix this note and I can't see where it's at. So trash, yo. To turn my MPC off and back on to see if that fixes it. So let's start a new project. I'm gonna check in with y'all. Just save this joint again. So annoying, yo. All right, cool. Looks like it's gone. I had to start a new project, I guess. But yeah, I like the pack so far, man. It's definitely it's got some bangers in there. I like the sounds. You know, when I'm looking to make trap joints, sometimes it's good to just have a go-to kit because I don't really like making trap kits as much as I like making boom bap kits. Maybe because I've been doing it, you know, making boom bap stuff for so long. But sometimes it's cool to just have a kit ready to go. Boom bap stuff is like I can make a drum kit in a heartbeat. Like that's somebody was asking me the other day. They was like, "Yeah, why don't you use more pre-made kits?" And like, you know, like we all like certain things about making beats, right? There's certain stuff that is like the most fun to us. And for me, one of the most fun things for me in making beats is like putting my drum kit together before I make a beat. So like I just enjoyed making a fresh drum kit from scratch, and I would do it almost every beat for like 15 years. So it's different because it's like most people like to load up a whole kit and have it ready. I'm starting to understand the convenience of that, but I do honestly like making my own kits and kind of just programming the drums. It comes down to what I was saying before about like, what do you, people are like, yo, they got programs that can do everything for you with making beats. And I'm like, yeah, so why would you use that kind of stuff if you enjoy making beats, right? So if you enjoy making beats, why would you want machines and programs that would do it for you? It's just silly to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I actually enjoy doing this stuff. And we all have different things that we enjoy doing, we don't enjoy doing, right? Like some people don't like making melodies, so they like to sample. I like making melodies, but not all the time. Trying to think what else like people don't enjoy that I enjoy. Definitely making drum kits is like, I'll do it every beat, like if I have my own way. But and I know it's not the most efficient thing, right? But like I don't really make beats for efficiency all the time. Like there's sometimes I want to make something quick when I'm on with y'all, but it's not one of those things where I feel like pressed, like, oh, I got to get 10 beats done today, because you know, I don't use my music to make a living. So it's kind of like I just like to take my time and have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely like to get stuff done. Like I don't like to have beat block where I'm sitting working on a beat for like 2 hours, right? Like that's annoying to me. I like to have something going in the first 10, 15 minutes, at least an idea going, you know what I'm saying? It could just be a loop or whatever, but I'm just not one of those people that's going to go out and buy plugins where I can just drag and drop drums on it. Or, you know, I mean, it's rare that I even use a drum loop, you know what I'm saying? Cause I just really enjoy programming drums. So it's weird, man. Cause it's like, people are like, yeah, but I want to get this cause it's much faster. And I'm like, are you making beats to be fast, or are you making beats to have fun, right? Because it's like, if you're a trumpet player, you play the trumpet because you enjoy playing the trumpet. You don't go out and buy trumpet loops, right? So it's just weird to me in our community that like people will take shortcuts, so many shortcuts, and then they'll be like, yeah, I'm bored. Well, like, why don't you take your time and just enjoy the process? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm the weird one. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like I said, I compared it to Game Genie, where it's like, do you want to get good at Street Fighter? Or do you want the Game Genie where you pop the Game Genie in and you think you're good and you're beating the hell out of the computer, but when you go to play somebody at the arcade or somebody who's legit, they air you out. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's my little spiel for today. That's my little rant. Let me check in with y'all, see what y'all talking about. Trackmaker said load the program 2023K. Okay. Yeah, I'll load that up real quick. I'm trying not to give away the whole store, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to give away too much. But yeah, I mean, you definitely got some heat in there, bro. Oh, I still got it on effects. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna start something else. Probably trying to think if there's any other things I wanted to. Oh yeah, y'all did send me that big sample folder, so maybe I'll chop something up too. What else we got here? Salix Beatmaker said, "Hey yo, what's up? French MPC Gang representing. Hey man, shout out to France. You know what I'm saying? We international with it. Too many tracks. Unique Divine. That's it there. Yeah, I don't know if he was talking about the actual cook up. My dog said, yeah, I like picking my own drums as well every time. Yeah, it's just fun, man. It's like, it's part of the process. Some people don't like it, but you know, it's something that I enjoy. Trackmaker said trumpet loops. Yeah, man. Shout out to all them trumpet loops beat makers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't feel like playing trumpet today. I'm gonna go get some trumpet loops. Trumpet loops is crazy, right? I might put that on the next standalone solo. Oh man, like keyboard gangsters. I don't know what you mean, bro. Oh man. Let me see what else I miss here. Andre Lee said, reminds me of old UGK. Yeah, it did kind of have that vibe, right? You can hear like Bun B on it. Definitely hear Bun B on something like that. Yeah, I appreciate the fire emojis too, yo. My dog said, not gonna lie, I would get an MPC Key 61 to go with my live too if they made it to where they somehow communicated with each other. Yeah, it seems a little redundant. I was kind of tempted to mess with the Key 61, but I don't really play. You know what I mean? I'm not, it's not that I'm against playing on the keyboard. Like I do enjoy, you know, messing around with it. I used to have a Triton 76, big boy Triton back in the day. And I had everything front and center. So I'm a very like ergonomic type dude. Like I like my keyboard, my MPC, everything to be front and center. There was a time when I had my MPC off to the side on like a stand, but I don't know. I guess it was cool kind of pivoting or whatever, but these days I like everything to be right in front of me. So for me to have a keyboard underneath my MPC, I don't have my overhead camera on it today, but it would just kind of be awkward for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm trying to figure out a way where maybe I can lift my desk and then put a QWERTY keyboard tray underneath it, you know what I'm saying? So I can put my QWERTY underneath it. Cause right now I have my QWERTY keyboard right directly in front of my MPC. And it's cool cause like the QWERTY, I just use the name stuff sometimes, but I don't really need it right here. But when I do video editing and, you know, browsing and stuff, it's good for that kind of stuff, obviously. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out this desk space where it's like, I can keep my main stuff in front of me. Cause I don't know. I just don't want to pivot and spin around too much, man. It gets kind of annoying. Like, and I guess like reaching over, because that was like a thing. I would reach over to the MPC and hit record and play, and then maybe, you know, tap out some drums on my right arm. So yeah, it's got its uses, I guess. Real quick, y'all, if y'all can hit the like button if y'all enjoyed the stream so far, man, we can cook up some more. I'm just trying to get these out. It's, you know, it's funny. Like I started these about 6 weeks ago, and I was looking around at like the producer space, and I didn't see a whole lot of people cooking up Friday, like when everybody's on their way home from work. So I saw people like streaming like Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, kind of all over the place. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do like a Friday, you know, weekend kickoff stream. And then I started seeing all these other producers start doing it, and I'm just like, come on, man. YouTube has been really weird for me lately, y'all. Like, you know, it's been I don't want to say discouraging. It's annoying to me when you try to just find your own lane, right? You look around at the landscape and you try to just come up with original ideas. And it's not the most original thing to have like a drive home, you know, it's a radio thing, right? So like having a drive at 5 type of thing, right? But you know, when you're trying to find just like a lane and just not be bumping heads with everybody and let everybody do their thing. And I just when everybody's zigging, I try to zag, right? And then it's like when I zag, then everybody starts zagging. And I'm not saying everybody, and not saying it on like no ego stuff, but it just gets annoying when you notice that people start following what you're doing, especially when they're like bigger channels. It's like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, I'm not, I don't know. Like, I've talked to different people about it, and it's been one of those things that had kind of been a thorn in my side. Like, it just annoys me because I come up in an era where being original and trying to find your own lane and not sound like anybody else, or, you know, I know it's impossible these days because there's so many people out there, but I legit spend a lot of time trying to find original, creative ways to do my channel, you know, my content. And it's just very weird to me when it used to be like, okay, you have something that's successful for a few months, and then, yeah, a couple of people start biting or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. But it's to the point now, y'all, where like, I don't know if y'all notice, like, you know, we'll do dad beats on Sunday on a certain topic with a certain thumbnail. And then Monday, there's like 3 other people with the same thumbnail and the same topic. And I'm like, it's literally not even one day, bro. Like, can my video rock for a day? Can my video rock for a week? It's so weird, bro. Like, I don't, can you imagine, like, on a music level, if you dropped an album and you came up with an artwork for a cover, and then the next day somebody drops an album with a similar title and a similar cover, and you're like, fam, one day? Like, it's always been a thing with being creative. Like, people, I don't want to say, I mean, yeah, the people bite. It's just been a thing. But YouTube has been discouraging me for me lately, because almost every time I come up with a cool idea, I just notice people in the space start changing their behavior. And that's not even trying to be like no ego driven stuff. That's just because I do my research before I start doing something on the channel. Like, I'm like, okay, nobody's doing this. Let me go ahead and slide in that lane and check that out. And then it's like the next day or the next week, 2-3 other people are doing the same thing. It's weird, man. So I almost thought to stop doing this Friday thing. But then I'm like, nah, y'all be rocking with me, man. And my thing is this: I don't really want people to have to compete to watch my stuff. Like, it's kind of silly to me, right? Like, if somebody else goes live at 4, you know, I can jump on at 5, and then, you know, if somebody's watching their stream and they get tired and they jump off, they can jump over to mine. Like, it's like you know, you kind of keep things continuous that way. But some people just like want to bump heads with you. They'll just start their stream the same time you start your stream, and they're in a similar space. And it's just weird to me. I don't really understand. I don't understand that philosophy. Like, why be competitive for no reason? You end up splitting, you know, and it's people that, you know, I know there's people that like share like an audience with me, right? So like some of y'all guys, you know, some of y'all watch me, you watch other creators. It's just natural. It comes with the territory. But it's just weird when people like want to compete at the same time. It's kind of goofy to me. Like, I don't understand it. So yeah, that's like, YouTube has been weird for me lately, man. It's like I'm working on concepts to do really original stuff, content wise, and I got that coming. I'm going on a road trip. I'm going to NAM next week, and I'm taking a road trip. It's just going to be me, my MPC, and some really dope locations. So, you know, I'm pretty much going to be just vibing out, you know what I'm saying? Coming up with creative content that's like using this MPC Live 2 on the road, using it in different scenery, you know, because we all get tired of being stuck in the house, right? And I'm one of those people that, like, I'm naturally like outdoors active. I like to go out and do stuff out in the world. And this is kind of like a bucket list thing for me, where I'm gonna go to a lot of dope locations that I always wanted to see, bring my MPC with me, and film it, and you know, try to make it cool, like something that not only y'all can enjoy, but something I can enjoy looking back later. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna get back to that, like doing more, you know, produced content, and more stuff that's like harder to bite. Because time slots are very easy to bite, apparently. But yeah, man, that's, you know what I mean? I'm definitely trying to step out and do some really original stuff. And I'm talking like so obviously original that, like, if you start seeing other people do it, it's like you got to look at them funny. Like, fam, you weren't doing that before Sight did it. Like, let's keep it a buck. So I mean, and again, it's not about like competition for me. It's more like, I just like being in my own lane. I like doing my own thing. I understand you can inspire people, and it's not about inspiration. There's a difference between inspiration and biting. Inspiration is like, okay, if somebody inspires you, they make you want to do your own version of something, right? Like, yo, I'm gonna do something similar to that, but I'm gonna flip it like this, and I'm gonna do it, you know, put my stamp on it. And you don't necessarily try to compete with the person that inspired you. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the part that's strange to me, because it's like people were like, yo, you should be flattered. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're inspiring people. And to me, that's not inspiring people. Like when somebody tries to bump heads with me instead of just doing their own thing, like I inspiring somebody is inspiring to me. When people tell me like, yo, Sai, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have done this or that. Or, you know, I see homies that, you know, I gave advice to as far as how to get their channel started, their channels on, and they're rocking. Like, I love that. You know what I mean? And they're doing their own thing. Like, it's nothing like my channel. They got their own style. We're using the same machines, but they're infusing their own personality and their own, you know what I'm saying? Like their own vibe into it. And it's like, I love seeing that. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets me inspired. Like, knowing that, you know, I helped somebody take that plunge, because nobody really helped me take that plunge when I started my channel. So I love that kind of stuff. But it's just it's the weird competitive vibes. And it's always the people that don't talk to you, right? Like, it's always the people that don't speak to you. Like, people who speak to me, who are my, you know, I consider them my homies, like people in the chat, you know, the brother, OTG, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kirk State, you know what I'm saying? There's so many cats that be in the chat and in the community that I chop it up with, and I feel like connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love what y'all are doing, and I support what y'all are doing as much as I can. And it's always the people that don't talk to you that you know what I'm saying, that kind of like jack your ideas. And it's almost like they don't talk to you so they can do that. They don't communicate with you because they don't want you to be able to say, you know, or reach out like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you see me doing this over here. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And it's not the first time I experienced weird energy. Before, I had artists, and I would notice people doing it to my artist that was on my, you know, the label that I had. So I've seen it before, but it's kind of weird. Like I've seen people kind of take our moves before, like in our local area when I was, you know, like I said, promoting music with other artists and stuff. But it's the first time for me that I've seen people kind of be standoffish on YouTube, and then like literally be like, they'll follow me. Like, you can see when somebody subscribes you. So they'll subscribe to my channel, won't speak, and then start doing stuff that I started doing, like that they weren't doing before, that I'm doing. So it's weird. It's like this weird, like, biting culture in YouTube right now. And I get it. It's like trends, right? Like, everybody's about the trends. But I don't know, man. I like starting my own trends sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird. But yeah, man. I really didn't mean to talk about this today, but it's something that's been bothering me, y'all. I got to keep it a buck with y'all. Like, it's been bothering me because it makes me reluctant to release stuff until it's fully protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me not want to drop things until I have the appropriate things in place to make sure I get my credit for it. And it's not just about taking credit for everything, but, you know, y'all know I'm a businessman. I try to build campaigns, right? Like, I don't try to just drop something like just one thing. I try to make it cultural, right? Like, I try to make it into stuff that I like to wear and stuff that I like to hear, and more of a lifestyle thing. So kind of like the projects I do, I try to make them more lifestyle projects, including the content that I do. You know, Dad Beats, I feel like it's a lifestyle project. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's almost like I have to be over the top different in order for people to not, you know, try to jack it like immediately. So I'm actually, I'm not frustrated about it like I was probably 3-4 months ago. But I think at this point, it's just kind of obvious that this YouTube culture, there's a lot of good people doing it for the right reasons. And then there's a lot of people who are doing things just for views and just for popularity. And I don't know what the end game is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm of the school that if you do your own thing well enough, and if you're creative enough as an artist or a creator, you're gonna get your props regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about the audience ahead of time, and this is whether you're making beats or making clothes or anything, you know what I'm saying? If you think about your audience ahead of time and what they want to see, what they want to hear, what they enjoy, and it resonates with you, like it's honestly what you enjoy, then it's a win-win situation, because you really can't lose as long as you're doing what you love to do and you know there's people out there that love it too. So it's just very tough for me to get in that mindset of watching somebody else's moves and then try to do what they're doing within the same space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch people, YouTubers in a whole different space. Like when I started my channel, I would watch tech YouTubers like Marcus Brownlee, you know, MKBHD, and Your Average Consumer. And, you know, I watched these tech guys who had really great looking videos. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring that to the producer space. You know what I mean? I'm going to take my MPC and I'm going to make my channel like that, right? Like I try to make it like an MPC tech channel when I first started. And I see different spaces, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of like, you know what I mean? I pull ideas and inspiration from different spaces, but I never really look at what other producers are doing and try to jack that. Like, oh, I see this guy likes to go on at this time, or this guy likes to use this pedal, and this guy likes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird to me, yo. It's very foreign. So I don't know, man. I don't know if y'all can feel me. Mr. Mister said because they have no originality, but they do, bro. Like, we're all original. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe they just don't realize they're original, or they have more originality than they think. But I think some of it is more of the seasoned YouTubers that do it. It's not like the up and coming guys. Like, up and coming guys is like, you know, we're all up and coming in a certain way, but like, I'm talking about people that have been doing it for like 4, 5, 6 years and have established audiences. That's the stuff that weirds me out. You know, people who are kind of like up and coming and they're inspired, like, I get that. That's, you know what I mean? It's really like bigger channels that it weirds me out. Like when bigger channels are like looking at what I'm doing, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like their thumbnail looks the same the next day or 2 days later. And that's the part that's just weird to me. Like, I don't get that. I don't, man. It's very hard. JS said, prepare to own your own social space, bro. Web3, you got to buy yourself a MetaMansion NFT to have your own original space to create, share, host, rely on YouTube. Yeah, that makes sense, man. You know, I'm definitely looking into Web3. I have a lot of catching up to do, but I know it's going to be really dope, man. I know there's going to be a lot of ways to kind of have your DNA in a way, like in your content a lot more. So I'm looking forward to that. Like, I love intellectual property, and owning, you know what I mean? Owning myself, right? Like when I put music out, I like owning my music. I like owning, you know, my artwork and the creations that I put out. So I feel you on that, bro. I definitely feel you on that. And I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just, you said stop relying on YouTube. I'm not really relying on YouTube, bro. This isn't like a real stream of income for me. This is just fun. Like, I kick it. Y'all are my homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that I did every Friday night when I was, you know, back home in Jersey. Me and a couple of my homies, my closest homies, are all producers. We got together on Fridays and we just kicked it. You know what I mean? Like, we made beats, drank a couple beers, you know, maybe had a game on in the background, talk about our family, talk about life, you know, talk about the culture, you know what I'm saying? So I try to bring a lot of that to my channel, where that vibe of just kicking it with your homies, like, you know, and these are like my day ones, like cats I go way back, like my aces. So I missed that vibe when I moved to Georgia, and I tried to bring it to my channel. That was really my, you know, my goal. And I think I succeeded in a lot of ways, man. Like, I really love kicking it with y'all. Like, you know, I know it's almost one-sided sometimes. Like, I can't wait until we can communicate more, like, you know, find ways that are more streamlined, where we can like not just look at text and stuff. But that's why I pay for this platform every month, so I can share comments like homie Dragon Heat Beats. This new culture is ride someone else's wave culture. Yeah, man. But like, I like this platform because I can at least share y'all comments with everybody. It seems more like a conversation. But my dog said that's because it's not a unified producer community. It's the Wild West. I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of unity in the producer community to me. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's a little cliquish, and I understand that because it's generational things. Like, you know, you got the younger cats, you know, like doing certain things, and you got, you know, it's like an age difference. There's that, and then there's also kind of like, I don't know, there's kind of like cliques, I guess you could say. It's not like official or anything. Like nobody has like a team name, but it is a little cliquish sometimes. But I think there is a lot of unity in a certain aspect. Like I think at the end of the day, producers and people who make music as a whole, they understand like what it's like being human. You know what I'm saying? I think they're very, and I say that in the sense of like, I think if something like a tragedy happened to somebody in the space, I think a lot of people will come together. Not that I want that. I'm just saying, I think if it did, a lot of people will come together. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like to commemorate them or whatever. So I think there is some unity in the producer community. When I see stuff like what's going on with Beat Club and all that, and like the whole CLA Woo situation, you kind of get glimpses of it. But yeah, I think it's not like super cutthroat or anything. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just a weird culture to me, because I guess people feel isolated and they feel like they can just do things and nobody will notice. And like people do notice. Like I notice, I pay attention. Like I don't pay attention to everything, but I pay attention to the space that I'm in, and I try to just focus on my thing, you know what I'm saying, and create new stuff within my lane. Like, you know, there's just certain things I just won't do because it's not me, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe I got off on a tangent there, but I think as a whole, it's a pretty good community, man. And especially there's, you know, we all watch like different creators, right? Like I might watch like maybe 4 or 5 different producers, which I really cut down on. I used to watch like 20, you know what I'm saying? But it got to the point where I was just consuming so much and I wasn't making anything, or I wasn't making as much as I wanted. And I just don't want to be influenced by other people. Like, by other, I mean, you're going to be influenced by other people if you watch any content, period. But I don't want to be influenced by any other producers in my space. So, I try not to watch a whole lot of producer content, because I really don't want to inadvertently, you know, kind of take someone's wave, you know what I'm saying? So there's that too. But again, that's kind of going out of my way, and everybody doesn't really do that and shouldn't have to do that, really. Let me see what else I'll talk about here. Yeah, the hip hop producer community needs more. It's more camaraderie. Yeah, I think so. I think there's some camaraderie there. John Connor said, "Yeah, back then we had vinyl crates and not really any sample packs." Yeah, I don't really differentiate between the two. I think sample material is sample material. I think when you took stuff off of vinyl, it was another musician making a piece of work that you could take, or you know, that you could utilize to create your own piece of work. Fundamentally, it's the same thing. I would say the difference is, um, the difference is how much of the other creators influence are you taking, right? So if you buy a sample pack off someone, it's the same thing. It's a musician making a piece of art that you can take and turn into your own. I think the level of musicianship is different. You know, definitely in the 60s and 70s, there were better musicians, without a doubt, hands down. There were more resources poured into those records. So for the most part, they were just better records to sample from, because you had so many talented musicians and writers and producers, engineers. You know, you had all these major labels putting all this time and energy and resources into these albums, and you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear the craftsmanship in them. So I think there's a difference in craftsmanship between a lot of sample packs and vinyl, but the concept to me is the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'll take a sample pack and flip it and make it my own the same way I would, you know, it's all files to me. It's all inspiration to me, and I'm gonna make it my own regardless. So, it's just a matter of pride in your work. Like some people will just take everything from a sample pack and just call it theirs, not change it at all. I can't even take a sample and keep it in the same key. That's like a personal rule. Maybe I'm doing too much, but that's just me. I got to pitch it up 3, pitch it down 2, pitch it down 5. I mean, I just got to make it my own. You know what I'm saying? It's just like kind of how I was brought up. And you know, when you're a crate digger at heart, nobody ever played records at that speed, right? You always jack the speed up. You know, the pitch fade or whatever. You always made it go faster because you wanted to save sample time back in the day. So, but no, I appreciate the love, bro. Love what you're doing. Appreciate you. Bought that standalone Soul 4. Hey man, that's love, bro. I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all really keep me inspired. I'm going to NAMM really because of y'all, man. It was a dream that I had when I started this channel. I want to be one of the cool kids that was going to NAMM and hanging out with all these, you know, companies and seeing what the new products coming out. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch a whole bunch of cats that did that. The homie St. Joe from I don't know why I can't remember his channel name, man. Is it Music and Gear? I'm almost embarrassed, but yeah, he was really dope. I haven't caught his stuff lately, but it would be really dope. Like I'm hoping to run into some cats I know at NAMM, because I really do enjoy this space, man. I really do enjoy the producers here. There's a lot of good content creators, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of legends to me who, you know, inspired me to get started. So that's why I'm so like welcoming to guys who are starting their channel, because I'm just like, yo, I know that feeling. Sounds and Gear. Yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, that dude is super dope. You know what I mean? Jay Myrax was another guy that, you know, inspired me, seeing his early stuff. DJ Hellfire, another Jersey brother, man. I haven't seen him and his stuff in a while. I don't know if he posts anymore, but yeah, Hellfire was definitely very crucial in the early MPC days, like MPC software. He helped put that together with the homie Trips, and they had a really cool team, Masada. Just a lot of guys helped put this platform together. So Hellfire was one of those ones. But yeah, man, it's really, you know, I hate to see guys phase out, but I understand, because I think of phasing out sometimes, like, man, but I think I'm on this journey. I'm on this journey for a reason that it's big. It's bigger than just like trying to do business or whatever. It's more about making sure I keep this part of my life alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get so caught up in family life and being a dad or being a parent and being a husband, you know, being a significant other, working and whatever your career is. And we don't give enough time, or sometimes any time, we just sacrifice this time, right? Where we sit in our studio and we kick it and we get inspired and, you know, come up with creative ideas. And I just never want to give this part of my life up again. I always want to have a section of my life that is dedicated to me being creative, making music, because it's just in me. You know what I'm saying? Like literally down to the DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandfather was a famous jazz musician. He worked with the greats. Like I said, he was, you know, for those of you who know, he was like Quincy Jones' mentor, brought Quincy Jones to New York for the first time. So this music thing is like in me. I can't get it out of my life. You know what I'm saying? I was miserable when I wasn't making music. So even now, if I'm only making music on Fridays, which is sometimes the case, sometimes not, I try to get my live 2 out a few times a week. But I try to make sure I'm just keeping this part of my life alive, because all the other stuff going on in my life, if I don't have this balanced time, like this time to myself to create and chop it up with people I appreciate, I'm gonna be cranky as hell, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, man, Ralph Moss said, oh man, I lost it. Where'd it go? Oh, he said, NAMM, you're so lucky, enjoy. Yeah, it's a sacrifice, Ralph. Like, it's definitely not free, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not one of those creators that's like, yo, drop the donation so I can go to NAMM this year. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no donations. I like when people support the products. I like giving something for something. So you know, cats have really been showing love on the MPC Gang apparel. I got a new drop coming in the next few weeks. That's going to be really dope and tied into what Akai is doing. And so, yeah, I got some cool stuff coming, but I'm just, it's a sacrifice. Like I'm coming out of my own pocket to go to NAMM. I'm not asking nobody for money. I'm not fundraising. I'm not doing what do they call that? Where you know, where you ask for donations on a page or whatever. I'm not doing all that. I'm just really trying to make like multiple uses out of stuff. So I'm making it into a road trip. I could fly, but I'm gonna catch up with some MPC Gang mods that are my homies that I've been wanting to meet, and I'll probably do a meetup while I'm at NAMM. So if anybody's gonna be at NAMM in the community, we're gonna link up and do like a little MPC Gang kickback. You know what I'm saying? I got the live too with me. But yeah, maybe we'll shoot some content, you know what I'm saying, and just kick it and try to find a cool place to hang out while I'm out there. But yeah, shout out to all the Cali homies, man. I hope we can link up while I'm out there. But the King O Caesar's coming out. He just texted me, he said the trip is booked. So yeah, he'll be out there, and we're gonna try to shoot an episode of Dad Beats while I'm out there too. So I'm just looking forward to linking with cats in the community, man. This is like a dream for me, man. Just having friends in different parts of the world, you know what I mean, in different parts of the country, especially that I can get to. I think that's what it's more about to me than anything, you know what I'm saying? Like this whole YouTube journey. If it stopped now and I never got another subscriber and it was just y'all, like I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool with this. You know, we can chop it up on a Friday and just have fun. And I plan to, you know, I want to meet as many of y'all as I can. You know what I'm saying? If you're out and about, you know, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I'm gonna try to do more meetups. I've been talking to Andy Mack at Akai and trying to find different ways to just work with the company, because we are a really interesting, you know, diverse community, and there's just like, there's definitely not enough stuff in the world for us to go do. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us are adults, and have you know, we're not like young people that go to concerts all the time and everything, but there's still a space, you know, for you know, people, adults to like link up and do creative stuff. So I'm gonna try my best this year and next year to really come up with cool ways for us to link up, whether it's online or in person. But I'm definitely trying to travel. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Ralph Moss too, man. Really dope channel. You know, interviews, you know, guys in the MPC community. My man said, "Do you turn tricks?" What? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Nah, I mean, you know, anybody who knows me knows how I get down, bro. You know, MPC Gang. I got the merch. I got the standalone soul sound packs. I'm working on volume 5. I try to just create value. I don't like asking for money. I try to create stuff that's cool that people want to buy, and I don't pressure them to buy it. It's like, hey, man, this is what I'm using, and I show people how I use it. So I wouldn't ever sell anything that I don't like myself. So I just try to keep it on that wave, you know. Want to have a fries and a beer jam in Belgium? Yo, that sounds dope, Philippe. That sounds really dope. I would love to get out to Belgium. I would love to go to Europe and do a Europe tour in general. You know, I would have to try to get to Portugal to catch up with Marco, Marlo Diggs, and he's just such a cool, laid back dude. So if I'm with the Europe, I would try to catch it with him. I would try to hit the whole continent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I don't like flying, but it's something I'd be willing to do to catch up with the MPC gang out in Europe. Trackmakaz Beat said GoFundMe. Yeah, I'm not using the GoFundMe, fam. Word up. Shout out to Fifth Seal. Brooklyn in the house. What's good, bro? Yeah, man. I really rock with y'all, yo. I really do. I really do rock with y'all, man. I look forward to chopping it up with y'all every week. And if my kids don't drive me crazy, I'll do it every week. I promise. My man Stay Golden said, love, Sai, always positive energy and transparency from you. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. You're like a father figure in the NPC community. Hey, man, dad beats all day. You know what I'm saying? I got dad vibes. I appreciate that, man. That's love. But yeah, man, I'm gonna jump off on that, man. I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Get in the lab, get creative. I know me, I got a whole bunch of stuff to prepare for this road trip. Batteries is all charged up and everything, but yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in the works, man. Like I said, I'm working on a whole new MPC gang drop. You know, trying to time it out with all the stuff, like I said, that Akai is working on. So really cool stuff coming in the spring, man. I'm excited, but I'm super excited about this trip. It's gonna be hard being away from my family for like 10, 11 days. My wife's not happy. I ain't gonna hold you. She's giving me dirty looks all week. But listen, I'm gonna be a happy man when I come back. I haven't been away from my kids, excuse me, for more than 2 days since they've been born. My son is 4. So, and my wife, like we've been together for probably going on 7 years. So I haven't had more than like a couple days to myself in like 7 years, y'all. It's time, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to get out there. So yeah, man. DL609, salute. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. We're gonna do some more this weekend. Dad Beats is on Sunday. Not quite sure what the topic's gonna be. We might get into NAMM and projections, which I want to see from NAMM if you're at all interested. But yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about what to expect coming up. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm gonna jump off. Catch you on the next one. Peace.